That's like the tail wagging the dog.
Yeah.
Let's go to another caller. We got Bill on the line.
Bill.
Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Great.
I just have a quick question for the senator.
Okay.
How did he feel about over this weekend about the senator from Kentucky for unemployment was trying to block it? And I was just wondering if you had his comments. How did he feel about that? I mean, was he with Bunny? Did he feel he was the right to try to block it, or was he against him?
I don't know the details of what his motives were. I think that his intention to block it was to get them to lower what they were spending. I agree with, I mean, we talked about, I think that people need help. I think that people in Nevada need help. I mean, I don't agree with them blocking it as principle, but I think there's other ways to get there. I think there's so much waste and corruption in Washington right now.
Exactly. Because my wife, she's unemployed, and she has just a couple more weeks left on her deal, and he was blocking it, and that's going to be really hurt on our family. But I'm assuming I heard they passed the bill last night.
And
they did.
They were going to pass it, I think, anyways. I mean, they can basically do what they want. I'm all for helping families, whether it's unemployment or whatever. The problem is I'm also for, personal responsibility. I think as Americans, that's what's made our country great. I think we need to help each other out. I think neighbors need to get together. I don't think that we should, punish the productive people with, I just think that we should be workers. Maybe you got to get up a little earlier. Maybe you got to work a little longer. Maybe you need to. I mean, we're in a situation in this country right now that's absolutely critical. I think that we have a chance in Nevada to send a major message to the politicians that we've had enough. Right?
Oh, exactly. I totally agree. I totally 100% agree. And, they did sign in 30 days. I heard now on CNN News that they're going to try to do it for the rest of the year. I don't know if you heard anything about that at all.
I have not heard. I have not. No, I'm not. I'm not a politician. I mean, I don't. I'm not.
You're running, but you're not like a. Yeah, you're an average.
It's an
average person. Yeah, no, he's like you.
I don't have the inside.
He's a working guy.
I don't have the inside line to politics. I do know that that things need to be changed. I know that the rich people are in Washington. They're not in Las Vegas or Carson City, and they're paying themselves with our money, and they're not giving any of it back.
Hey, thanks a lot. Man. We got to go to the next caller.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
We got Andrew on the phone. Andrew,
you there? Go ahead.
Hello, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, you have a question for Scott?
Yeah, I do, actually. I want to know how education always draws the short end of the stick, and we just keep falling behind other countries and keep falling behind. But no one ever wakes up and says, hey, maybe we should dump more money into education, and we'd solve some of these problems with maybe produce some smarter students and citizens.
I agree with you. I think education is key. I think it's key in anything. I think that it's important. I mean, I teach my kids that in order to get ahead, you need to be educated. I think that at the end of the day, it's sad what teachers make. I think that a teacher that's teaching children should be on the upper end of the pay scale. I mean, I just think that we're not focused as a country on the right things. I think that
priorities.
Teachers are one of our most valuable assets. I mean, they watch and teach our children. And, getting back to Obama, I really believe that Obama ran on some good things. I mean, I think that his idea was okay. The problem is that the follow-through wasn't there. I mean, I think that there was a lot of people that put him in an office, and I don't know him personally. I don't think that Obama's a bad guy. I just think that he kind of had to be beholden to the people that got him there, and at the end of the day, he really couldn't make a difference because of the follow-up.
Okay.
I don't think
that's
he's
a fair
bad
statement.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair. Listen, we got to go to break. Thank you for calling. And listen, if you want to ask some questions after the break, you can give a call 365-9200, 365-9200. We're going to break.
Call us back.
Yep. And we're back with Law by Barry, and today we've got our special guest, U.S. Senatorial candidate Scott Ashton, and we're going to ask some questions. So we've got somebody holding, right? Who do we got?
Hi, Michael.
Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Good. Hey, Barry, this is kind of off the beaten path, but I got a question for you.
All right.
There's a school by my house. It's a public school, and it has a field area, and obviously it's a gated in. And after school hours, they lock the gate, so no one in the community can go play on the field.
Oh, I can tell you why. Because if somebody gets hurt on the field, then what's going to happen is the school's going to get sued.
So what's the difference between as a school versus a park?
I guess beats the heck out of me.
They're owned by the city, correct?
The school, yeah.
School district, and one's owned by...
Yeah, I mean, maybe because they got park police. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. It's a good question, but that's what it is. They don't want them going on the school grounds and possibly getting hurt, or maybe it's vandalism they're worried about.
Well, I understand that, but isn't a public school should be open to the community?
Oh, I agree. I think it definitely should be.
I'm not trying to get onto the school, the campus area.
Because you know what's going to happen? The kids are going to climb the fence anyways.
Right.
To play on the or cut the fence.
I know people in the neighborhood just go snap the lock.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find out, is there somewhere, where can I go to find out why or get these gates open, for the community? Because
where are you in? Are you in the city or the county?
I'm in county. I'm Tropicana and Fort Apache.
Oh, okay. I know where you're at. You could call your county commissioner. Okay. All right?
All right. Thanks.
Hey, thanks. All right. I want to get back to you here, okay? All right. When you're elected, how do you think as a junior senator you're going to be able to get the Democrats and the Republicans together to start, without making them mad at you?
Well, I don't care if they're mad as long as it's the right thing to do. I mean, the reality of my campaign is I'm not running as a Democrat or a Republican. I mean, I've been accused of being a prop for Harry Reid. My goal is to, when I say that, I mean, why not run as a Democrat?
Yeah.
Why not run as a Republican? I mean, the bottom line is I'm running as a patriot, as an American that's fed up, that sees that sees families and normal people every day, that sees the problems that they have, and I see the disconnect from Washington to the private sector. They're punishing small business. They're overtaxing small business. Small business is not. It's going to get worse after these tax cuts expire in 210. The reality of it is you have to promote the small business in order for them to hire.
Okay. My other question is I know, you just announced your candidacy. Have you been thinking about any legislation that you possibly are going to introduce?
You know what? No.
Fair answer. Okay. Good answer. Have you thought about, I mean, I'm sure you have some ideas in your mind because you want to make sure that the small business is get money, right?
Well, I think that you give the small business. I don't believe in giving anybody anything other than you create an environment so that the small business can operate. The small business cannot, just like this radio station, can't pay for everything.
Yeah.
I believe that these corporate giants, they think that they're too big to fail, and obviously the U.S. government thinks that also.
Well, yeah, no, that's GM, everybody. Because they got bailed out
because of the bailouts. I would not have voted for that. So does one vote matter? I do think one vote matters because we're starting here in Nevada, and I think other states will follow. I mean, I just don't. I think in America anything is possible. I mean, I think that they blame the attorneys. The doctors blame the attorneys blame the doctors. There's a certain amount of. I talked to a doctor friend of mine the other day. He said between 35 and 40% of his practice cost were preventative so that he would not get sued.